Clayton, DeMaine, reporting for True North in Oshawa, Ontario. It just took me about 7 minutes to walk the length of this line. There's certainly, I didn't get a good count, but there's certainly thousands of people here to see Pierre Poilievre in Oshawa. Recently, Donald Trump just announced 25% tariffs on the auto industry. Oshawa is an automotive town. 40% of Ontario's exports are an automobile. Pierre Poilievre announced a GST tax cut for all Canadian vehicles that are made in Canada. There's a counter-protest of about 40 mostly pro-Palestinian protesters. I heard calls for the Poilievre supporters to go back to Europe, something that's typically used against Jewish Israeli citizens. Conservative volunteers are urging the crowd not to engage with the protesters, which are trying to get a rise out of the estimated at least 4,000 Canadians showing up for Poilievre. There's so many people here, thousands of them likely not going to be able to get into the venue. It's just an energized crowd. You hear a lot of people saying that they're trying to take their country back. Save Canada. It seems like a lot of people hold that the Liberals pose a existential threat to the future of this country. We're going to try to speak with some supporters, listen to the rally, and just get a sense of why people are supporting Pierre in such great numbers.
Left us with unaffordable housing, rising crime, and vulnerable in the face of the threats of Donald Trump? Or are we going to elect a Conservative government who's going to put Canada first for a change?
Amazing energy from a lot of great Canadians coming together in the spirit of friendship and love and, wanting to make change in this country, a positive change, right? He wants to work as hard as he can for Canada and for all Canadians to make our lives better.
I'm here because after 10 years, after the last 10 years, if things continue as they are, then I don't really see a lot of hope for this country. And I think the way the media has spun the popularity of Carney, it's very dangerous. He may actually win, but he doesn't deserve to win. He hasn't earned the right to win, and I think Canadians are being deceived into who he is, what he stands for, and I think there's a lot. This election really does matter.
I'm here to support Poilievre because I'm tired of the Liberals destroying this country. The last 10 years have been excruciating to live in this country. It's been very hard to be proud to be a Canadian in this country because of what the Liberals have done. And I'm here to back the PCs because of Pierre's platform. There couldn't be a better person right now to represent Canada and get this country back to where it used to be before the Liberals took over.
What do you think is at risk if the Liberals win a fourth term?
Everything. what Trudeau has created in the destruction of this country, Carney will continue. The industry will be decimated. The net zero carbon tax scam, it's disgusting what they're trying to do. Carney is an outsider. He doesn't speak for Canadians. He's going to just be for big business in his Brookfield and all of his assets and just try to make him and his cronies richer. It just would be the destruction of Canada.
What do you think about like the energy here? Like, you know, the polls are saying that the Liberals and Conservatives are quite tight in the polls. What do you think like the energy here tells you and should tell Canadians?
The polls are BS, 100% BS. Anybody with half a brain that comes out to these rallies and sees what happens here and they watch what happens at Carney's rallies knows what really is happening in this country. It is going to be a PC whitewash. They're going to wipe the Liberals off the map in this next election, I guarantee it. There's no way that the Liberals are going to continue the destruction of this country. Canadians have realized what they're doing. This is over. It's over for the Liberals.
What did you think about the energy at the rally today?
It's there was a couple, you know, everyone's all positive and everything. So, I mean, I think I have a good, confident idea of where we're going with this. I think we have a very good chance to get this election.
What do you think they hope the Conservative leader can bring to Canada?
Pierre's right when he says it's been a lost decade, like a lost Liberal decade, and you can see it all around you, like the housing prices, groceries, inflation, and everything. And I do believe in his idea of like axing the tax, and hopefully this is what will bring us back to where we were, right? Bring it home.
Is there anything I didn't ask you that you think is relevant you'd like to add?
I've never voted before, and the way things are going right now, I'm 30 years old, but it's really come to a time where I think that I need to vote. And if I don't, like, things will get worse. Much, much, much worse. So hopefully this is for the future. I can make a change, do something, do what I can. And I would say I'll vote. I need to vote. Everyone needs to vote.
So the rally is about wrapped up now. People have left. Pierre Poilievre said that there was 6,000 people. I heard from organizers 6,500 people showed up. When I was in line 30 minutes prior to the doors opening, I heard from organizers that there was 4,000 people in the line. Speaking to supporters, you hear things like there's no other choice. It's, you know, the fate of the country is at stake. It seems like there's like a lot of participants to this rally truly feel like Pierre Poilievre is their best hope, and that if the Liberals win, it would be the end of Canada. We spoke to the Pleb reporter who explicitly said that he thinks that if Liberals win, Alberta will secede. There'll be a national unity crisis. There was 3 medical emergencies that happened. Pierre had to stop his speech multiple times. Of course, a lot of protesters are really hopeful and energetic about and enthusiastic about a potential Conservative victory, and we've heard a Conservative majority. This has been Clayton, DeMaine in Oshawa, Ontario, reporting for True North.